Let's go. Aaron Turner joining me, taking on Nate Burnard. This time, it's going to go down Power Slap number 15. We all know it was supposed to take place in New Orleans. That unfortunately didn't happen. You've been waiting for this match for a long time now. You went up there. You took care of business against Ro Montanya. I know this was something you had your sights, focused upon. Is it great that it's finally going to come to fruition? Are you ready to put all the pundits to rest?
Yeah, I think it's just about that time. This is a match that everybody's been looking forward to, and it's definitely something I've been really aching for. So I'm really glad that Power Slap was able to put this together, and me and Nate can actually run the table this time for Power Slap 15.
I mean, the scene's a little bit different this time in Vegas instead of New Orleans. Does that mean anything?
No, not at all. I mean, whatever atmosphere you put us in. I mean, even if you sent us to over to the Middle East a little bit, I think it wouldn't really matter. I mean, it's the same opponent. Um, I'm just ready to go and get after it coming October 3rd.
Awesome, man. I mean, it's almost like deja vu. I feel like we talked about a lot of this stuff, into the last match that never happened. But obviously, you still had the opportunity. Rose stepped up and competed in New Orleans. Do you feel like you learned anything in that match that's going to help you face Nate?
Absolutely. I definitely learned a lot from Ro. I mean, like I said before, when I competed against Ro, I kind of overestimated his toughness a little bit. And I was really pleased with the placement of my strike, but I really just wasn't happy with, the strength of my strike. So I've really just been working on that, kind of gain back that knockout power that I know that I have. Everything looks good on paper. You had me at 6'7", 6'8", my wide wingspan, my hand size, it looks good on paper, but I think, I have some people doubting if I have the power. The fact that I look good on paper, is he going to be able to perform against someone like Nate Burnard? So this will be a very challenging test for me, and I'm ready for it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's justified? I mean, people have said that you don't have that power. I mean, one, is it justified? And two, what are you going to do to try to shut them up?
Honestly, I don't really care what other people say. I mean, no one's been able to really stumble me or put me down, so I'm really just looking forward to go against Nate because I know he has that power. He is able to put people down. So I think to shut the people up, I just need to knock them out. I mean, I'm really just getting tired of going to decision. My last two matches, I've gone to decision. That's all I've been training for. Now I've just been training to kind of just put them out early is really what I'm planning to do.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes things are out of our control. Do you think this 3 extra months is actually going to help you versus Nate compared to doing it in June?
I believe so. I got to actually meet him in person, so I kind of see what he looks like. He's been off for a year, so I think I have a little bit of an advantage when it comes to, fighting early.
Mm-hmm.
I know this will be his 6th fight. This will be my 4th, but I feel like I've had more consecutive fights, so I think I have the upper hand a little bit. However, I know Nate's been training hard the last year. I mean, he obviously he's tired of losing. He really is. So I think this is a make or break for both of us. So I think that's also why this match is very much needed, and it's just something to look forward to. It's exciting.
For sure. I mean, the heavyweight division, I think by far is the most exciting division in Power Slap right now. A match like this, definitely gives more clarity and definitely has the opportunity to make some movement in the top part of the rankings here. I don't mean to look past Nate, but kind of talk to me or talk through how you see the match unfolding.
I mean, one of us is going to have to get knocked out. I think both of us know that, going the distance really isn't going to do much. It's really not going to move us up, the rankings. And that's something I had to learn kind of the hard way. Everybody else from New Orleans got moved up because they had impressive performances. They knocked people out. Not saying I didn't have an impressive performance because I won fair and square against Ro Montanya. But I think it's just really going to come down to, who wants it more. I know Nate is preparing like physically and mentally, and I'm doing the same thing. When it comes down to it, I just have to overwork Nate like he does, and I just gotta come ready to go.
Mm-hmm. So you think that's your key to victory then, is just outwork them?
Yeah, I mean, that's all really you got to do. Nate has really been bigger than most of his opponents, and I think once he faces me, I think he's going to realize that he's in for a rude awakening. So I think he's going to have a different sort of challenge. Facing him a little bit. He's not used to a guy that's taller than him and somewhat stature. I mean, he's a big dude. Don't get me wrong. I'm not downplaying him whatsoever, but I think for him to face someone that's bigger than him is going to be something new to him.
For sure. Have you been able to watch the James Siekmann match versus Nate Burnard?
Yes, I have. That's the most recent match that he really has. I haven't really looked back on, him against Damien DeBell or, against, Ryan Phillips. I'm really just going off of his last recent match because he's really made improvements to his chin. I know that's really been questionable. He's been put down a few times. And again, the questionable match that he should have won against James Siekmann. So I think at this point, he's not willing to go, to the scorecards. I think he just needs a knockout. And I know that's something that he's aiming for. He wants to put me out early.
For sure. I mean, the two of you guys, in a lot of ways, protection versus protection, the big boys, the former football players, guys are almost splitting images of of a recruiting style into power slap that kind of had a moment in a phase. And I think it's exciting that the two of you are squaring off. I think this has been something that both of you guys have been wanting now for greater than a year. I mean, I think right from the initial of you getting a power slap, I think you would have welcomed a match against Nate.
Yeah.
So it's great to see that this is going to come to fruition now and be able to put that on full display come October 3rd. If Nate's watching this interview, what do you want to say to him?
All love, Nate, but your time is over. And it's time for you to move down the rankings and be placed where you should be. Number 2 is just not where you belong. And I'm going to show you that you don't belong in that spot no more.
Awesome, man. I love the confidence. Love that you're going to go up there. We're going to see a little more animated this time. I mean, usually you kind of have this military approach to you, or this kind of cop approach to you. You bring the energy, but you're still very focused and controlled. We're going to see you kind of dial it up a little bit more this time around.
Absolutely. Like I said, I mean, I'm honestly just tired of things going to decision. So I'm ready just to put them out early and whatever I need to do. I've just been working hard behind the scenes, doing what I can to outwork him. But I know when it comes down to October 3rd, when the lights hit the stage, that's what's going to come down to who's mentally and physically ready. So that's something that I just have to do. And Nate Burnard's the only person that I'm thinking of. I'm not worried about outside noises or other call outs. Nate Burnard is the only one that's currently on my menu right now.
Awesome, Aaron. Pleasure as always. I appreciate you joining me. Look forward to seeing you once again do your thing.
Thank you, Slap News. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate you, man.